Thank you, Kirsten, for introducing me. Madam President, distinguished delegates, my name is Linh Trang Phùng. It is my true honor to be here today, representing the UNODA Youth Champion for Disarmament, talking on the first topic, youth participation. And also on this special August of 12, it is International Youth Day. I am proud to be represent of my home country youth wearing our uniform, which stands for peace, solidarity, and determination. So first, thanks to the inclusive participation, I would like to express my gratitude to the Conference on Disarmament and its President for convening us on this important event and let the space for young people like us to raise our voice and share our perspective on disarmament, non-proliferation, and arms control issues. Youth contribution to disarmament affair is of great significance today, as the world now is a home to 1.8 billion young people and the largest generation of youth in history. In his 2018 report, An Agenda for Disarmament, the Secretary General stressed that young people have the power time and again in support the cause of disarmament, and they have proved they found a way to interact and organize, advising bolder solutions when the present generation has lagged behind. And indeed, at the international level, you can see the youth at the forefront of the international campaigns, such as ICANN, the international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons. While at the national level, a group of high school students have initiated projects like War Aftermath Initiative, which raise funds to contribute to clearing many thousands of landmines in Quảng Trị province in Vietnam. Across the globe, we can see that the youth participation in disarmament is in very creative way and diverse perspective, and the young generation is ready to be the ultimate force for change in securing our common future. And I would like to take this opportunity to share some thoughts about the difficulties and challenges that stop the youth from well-rounded participation, and also some of recommendations. Firstly, youth need more diverse and far-reaching platforms to engage in disarmament, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. We now have in place Global Youth Forum to connect young people, like the ECOSOC Youth Forum on SDGs, but a similar one on peace, security are still missing. Also, due to different social background, youth in each country have different levels and ways of interact and access to media platform about disarmament. And even the country with the most active Facebook user, like the USA, India, Mexico, and Vietnam too, we could find little resources on disarmament on our newsfeed. So as such, I suggest creating a more platform at global, regional, and national, and even local level for youth to connect ourselves in field of peace, security, and disarmament. In addition, I suggest translating available information and reading material on disarmament for youth to different languages to achieve the most diverse and inclusive participation. I can name some of successful campaigns like the Youth Video Challenge, What If's Better. We call on youth to provide translation in their languages, and the result is profounding as we receive more than 20 languages, all conducted by the youth. And in the midst of present pandemic, I think that we should promote online activities for the youth as well, such as I can name here is the GICHD activities in some countries on My Action education. So from the perspective of young people in the context of Industrial Revolution 4.0, the conducting online activities is a good chance and economical effective as well. So my recommendation is we include the youth in war zone to participating in disarmament. Yet the youth in the war zone, they bear the most brunt of the crisis. So their insight and voice are important for us as well. The voice of all of them are very important because the most marginalized youth must be heard because of representation matter. And secondly, gender stereotypes are still holding back young women in involving income control, non-proliferation, and disarmament. There is a perception that this field should be dominated by men, and the women have been proving their indispensable role in disarmament issues, such as the fact that 3 out of 4 youth champions here today are female and speaking. However, gender stereotypes still lie in the mindset of the decision makers and even the youth ourselves, and that perception stopped many of young women decide to step in this field. Research on multilateral disarmament forum has shown that only a quarter of country delegates are likely to be women, and less than a fifth of statements are likely to be given by women as well. So it is imperative that we go on changing mindset and prioritizing the female-led projects to get the benefit of diverse and inclusive young participation. And also, we hope to have senior diplomas, both men and women, supporting the next generation of young male and female officers in the disarmament field. And most importantly, we hope that the CD and related international forums can reach consensus on gender equality issues. And finally, youth are aware that many international forums on disarmament nowadays still come to a deadlock. So it's important that we try to break the stalemate and spare effort toward our common goal for the future, and to pave the way for better mutual understanding, respect, and cooperation in the future. I suggest enhancing interaction and cooperation among youth of every country. So they are the new player at this forum in the next few decades. Youth are grateful that the UN bodies and member states have joined hands to create opportunities for the youth, such as Youth for Disarmament Initiative or the Disarmament Orientation course, which open annually to young CD officers in Geneva or in the capital of the member countries. So nevertheless, due to limited resources, the opportunity has only come to a few of us. As you can see, only 10 youth champions for disarmament among more than 6,500 applicants. So we call on member states, international organizations, and partners to increase your support for this initiative, which aims to enhance participation and exchange views on disarmament issues, especially for the youth. And finally, to ensure the long-term engagement, young people would love to have the internship and working opportunity to help us to pursue a long-term career in disarmament. I was born in Vietnam, the country heavily affected by the war. I grew up with the memory of my grandmother about my grandfather as a soldier and his unkept promise to be back home. However, this story is not only for the family myself, but also is the story of more than a million families in Vietnam. So, in other parts of the world, I see that many youth are still experiencing the war, ongoing war as well. And maybe like in the peace countries, the youth can enjoy the peace without by knowing about the devastating effects of the war through books, newspaper, TV, and social media. However, I believe that the young generation, either the victims of the war or the beneficiaries of the peace, are well aware of the value of peace, and we are eager to participate in defending for our own future. Through effective engagement with the youth, the future generation, we can build a more strengthened disarmament regime and contribute to international peace, security, and sustainable development for all of us. I kindly thank you for your participation and listen to my speech.